Hi everyone. Was doing my best to shoot my video up here on top of the world again, but as you can see, the wind is picking up and it's coming in high, high, high and low, low, low. So I just want to show you from here, but I think I'm going to have to move down to the second deck. But I wanted to show you during the day. LA's over there in the haze and the foothills. Why, again, I'm showing this to be up here on top of the world is part of this video, which is finding places in your home, in nature. I mean, I would love to be at the beach 24/7, but here is another version of being in nature and feeling a little less stressed. It's like an escape. So I am going to head on downstairs and I'll see you back in a moment. Hi everyone. I hope you don't mind. This is my wind blasted blown look. We definitely had to move down here because the wind is picking up and it has done some damage in its days. The biggest issue that I noticed when I was working with patients that were struggling with opiate and heroin addiction, and my own family, friends, most people that you talk to, especially now with COVID, is stress, anxiety, depression, and how it makes you feel. You don't have that drive to get up in the morning and go kick butt on the day. And regular life stresses, how are you going to pay the mortgage, the rent, how are you going to feed yourself, your family, your kids. It is overwhelming to be responsible for things, and yet you don't have control over all the other aspects or issues that are blocking you, the challenges in your way, which can cause stress. Some stress is not so bad. This is through their scientific studies. It's not so bad because sometimes it's a drive. The stress hormone kicks in and it pushes you to, oh my God, we've got the deadline at the end of the month. I think a lot of people know that one. It pushes you into hurrying up and getting your things done. Now, long-term stress is, again, scientifically proven that it downregulates your genes, which then creates diseases. What the study was trying to show was learning how to stop the negative thought so that you can stop the emotion that gets attached to it. The stress of daily living, you can only do what you can do. You go to work, you get a paycheck. COVID has created lots of issues. It was much crazier and it's now evolving. People can go out, we can work, the vaccines, everything will evolve and things do get better. It just causes some stress for a lot of people. What could help is making a list of what you can control. Now, there have been big traumas and we've all been hurt by someone or had things happen to us that change you, that have created you, that create you the way that you are. And when I was sifting through the experiences in life, I always heard forgiveness is the key. You need to learn to forgive, not for them, but for you. When I would hear that, I would cringe. Caused a negative emotion. I am the one that thinks of the negative that happened to me, the negative event. I have the emotion, and now I have created the gene that can cause me to have diseases. When they say you're hurting yourself when you don't forgive, you literally are giving that event way more power than it deserves. And believe me, and I'm going to keep working on it, that you can reconfigure the word forgiveness. It's more like shifting perception, because sometimes things that happen, you know how if an event happens, one person remembers one thing, another person remembers another thing, and everyone can tell you a different story because of what their what their perception of that event was. Everyone's is different. Some parts will be similar because it's coming from a different perspective. This is the view when you are on just right there by the pool and you have just the ground floor, and this is the view to LA. This is the middle view, and then obviously up on the deck you have as if you're sitting on top of the world. The view had changed. You shift that perspective. I've tried all the other versions and this was the one that I believe in. And this video that you'll see, I truly encourage you to watch it, but it really wants you to shift your perception. That gives me power, which then doesn't make me a victim of somebody's abuse. Forgiveness, and I've said this numerous times, sorry for those who have heard it over and over, forgiveness has been the hardest thing that I have learned in my 48 years. Added addition that can help to that is vision boards. And it was so funny because this just came up. One of my girlfriends remembers that I had a vision board. I mean, and this was like when my son they were like 5 and 2. And I had a vision board of a white truck and a house. And she goes, "Oh my God, you had that. Oh my God, do you remember you had the picture up on your wall?" I said, "Oh my God, forgot all about it." There are people that have interviewed and spoke about their vision boards and that they believe in it. There's a lot of them, but in particular, I pulled up the top. There was top 5 that have mentioned it. Lily Singh, which was like Superwoman, Oprah Winfrey, Steve Harvey, Beyonce, are just some. There's a lot more that have put vision boards up. My son, who put his pictures up of USC and Ohio State, and my other son, who is in the middle of his dream board, putting up these different stadiums he'd like to perform in. Things change and your ideas and what you want on there change. So a board where you can just put pictures. You can also write certain things, criteria of the person that you're looking for, and you can do anything. Like I said, a picture of a truck. I used to tell my patients, you could even get like a little car model, whatever you want to do, just something where you visualize it and you can imagine yourself in it, and you are going to connect a beautiful, positive emotion attached to it. That gives you some motivation, that dedication, that's something to move forward. At home, and what I've done numerous times is when things are bad. In fact, we still have some up from 2007, 2008, when the falling of the mortgage world. I was in the mortgage world for many years, and Countrywide was like the godfather of mortgages, and it just crumbled and went away. And a lot of people lost their jobs. Lots of people committed suicide, killed their families because they lost their money in the market. Kind of like what we've read and saw on the Depression. I have little notes there. I have notes in my bathroom. I have notes next to my door, just trying to remind me there's always going to be these things that happen because life just is. There are things that happen in the world that we have no control over. We only have control over us. You can't shut yourself off to the world. You have to open up. We need each other. You need love. Is it easy to do that when you've been hurt? Maybe you need a little bit of downtime. You need support. those friends and finding those people that you trust, that you enjoy being around, that enjoy being around you. That's what you want to surround yourself with. But they can't do your work. We can only do our own work. We all have different trauma. Only you can do the homework. That's what I wanted to share. But I want to give you something. Since you have your own little sticky notes, I want to show you a little gift I have in my little pretty pink box. I want to send you something to help stop those negative thoughts. So first, I have my beautiful pens that I still hear from certain people today that have received my pens. It says positive thoughts. And there's hot pink and light pink, but it'll be a surprise which ones that you get. I want to send you some pins to help remind you. If you would like, I just created another little gift. They happen to be a white brain, and they say positive thoughts. On the report from the American Society of Stress, or I'll attach it below, says that the stress ball, while squeezing it, releases energy that then helps promote relaxation. And if you don't need to squeeze it because you're not feeling that stress, maybe it's coming on and you're not there yet, then you could just read positive thoughts. So we have the stress balls. And I have limited of these. It was supposed to be much bigger, and it was supposed to look a little bit different, but I'm going to have some more created. So I only got a few of these. I use them. I'm having my tea right now. So let me know what you would like. And I've got the email in the description box, and I'll put it on the screen. michelewithluv@gmail.com. Just give me what you would like and your address. And like I said, if I run out, I'll make sure to put a little note. But I would love to send you something so that you can look at that positive thoughts little note. Hopefully it stops those negative thoughts and that you can switch to those positives. So I am going to encourage you to watch the material that I've attached on here. I am so grateful to all of you. I hope that it helps, and please share with whoever you think might need this. Anybody who might be dealing with stress or anxiety, and that way we can push this material. It isn't me making it. I didn't do the study, but we have all had to endure it. So you know what I'll be sending to you? Lots of. Okay. So just got doing the video because now it's sunset, and I forgot to mention that you know that meditation, they believe, is the key to the supernatural ability in our mind. It takes a lot, but we actually need to discipline ourselves to do that work, to be quiet and sit. But they say you should be one with nature at some point in your day, whether putting your feet barefoot in the grass, sticking it in water, listening to water, sitting in a bathtub. If I've mentioned that, that's saved me through those single parent years. Just sitting in a bath. They say it's because we start to feel that we are one with this beautiful world. Thank you again. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your day, evening, whatever time you're watching it. Bye.